a subject that's dear to my heart. Um, I want to um, emphasize here that when working as a chaplain, I used ethical wills um, exclusively with my patients and their families. And I believe that they are an incredible tool that can be added on to an estate plan. It's something that I have found to be of enormous value and importance to clients and their families. An ethical will is or can be a letter, it can be um, a scrapbook, it can be photographs and recipes, and it can be a recording, it can be a video. Um, it is a bequest of your values and your heritage. We've talked here today about trusts and wills, which leave assets, um, property, money, the stuff. But ethical wills do something entirely different. They're a bequest of tradition, remembrances, how you want to be remembered, how you remember your loved ones. It can be a series of letters. I work with different prompts to get the ball rolling, if you will, in terms of what you would say to the people you love if something happened tomorrow. What would you like to leave them with? So it's an opportunity to reflect on your life and legacy. It's a way of communicating to your loved ones how much you cherish them. It can be created as part of an estate plan and can be updated at any time. This is not something that needs to be notarized or witnessed. Again, it's not the transfer, legal transfer of title of property. It is the transfer of your reflections, and it can be extraordinarily meaningful to the people who love you to have this kind of remembrance. Um, so one of the things for attending the webinar, we'll be sending out, or Georgina will, sending out a list of possible things to write. I encourage people to write these no matter what, that it can be incredibly meaningful exercise to do on your own and to leave for the people who care about you. So back to estate planning. I think the ethical wills probably cued you into how I operate as an estate planner, but I believe that a good estate plan includes a number of documents. Um, Obviously, a will and or a trust, because we do want to contend with the property and assets. A good estate plan also includes what's called a memorandum of tangible personal property. This is the, if you unplugged everything in your house and turned it upside down and shook it, there you list in that memorandum the items that you would like to go to specific people. Includes jewelry, musical instruments, photographs, prints, artwork, those kinds of things. It's important to designate who you want those types of things to go to. In my estate plan, I also always include a living will that contends with advanced illness or terminal illness, a persistent vegetative state, also a long-term coma, and COVID. And I include COVID because There are specific things that happen with COVID that I don't ever want them to be confused with the other two things. I also do comprehensive planning for dementia. As you probably can figure out, I'm a big one for making as many decisions about your care that you can while you can. And so my dementia planning includes mild, moderate, and severe dementia, and what to do at those different stages, what kind of level of care we want, what are the goals of our care. I also do a nomination of guardian and conservator, because a guardian is someone who is court appointed, who looks after the health care and well-being of someone, and a conservator is someone who looks after their finances. But probably the most important documents that you will do with me, if you choose, is to do your powers of attorney for both medical and financial. Doing those will mean that who you choose as your agent will likely result in not ever having to go to court to get a conservator or guardian, but we always want to have powers of attorney. Many of us will experience a time of incapacity. You can be young or old, and that can happen. So we want to make sure in any event that you always have those in place.